News at 8, live from our Pocket Hill studios in Highlands, Harare. Thank you for joining us. I am Yvonne Mkondani. Noble Maungwa gives us the bulletin in sign language.
It is a beautiful evening, Yvonne. Liam Bernard here, as well as Marilyn Gwenya, who will join us from our Montreux studio. A look into tonight's headlines. In our headlines tonight, modernized Beit Bridge border post eases movement of people and traffic as the festive season approaches.
In other news, thousands bid farewell to Mazibaba Nicholas Zakaria at Chibuku Stadium.
And in sports news, Team Zimbabwe bags 10 medals at the ongoing African Youth Games. There are more to come in sport, but we start off with the main news.
President Emmerson Mnangagwa says the country's education and private sector must continue to collaborate so as to create an effective innovation ecosystem so that learners leave the institutions with products ready for the international market. Our political editor Bruce Jawanda gives us that one.
Zimbabwe's Education 5.0 model continues to bear fruit amid world-class innovations that have taken the local market by storm. President Emmerson Mnangagwa is impressed by local innovations coming out of schools, colleges, and universities. And during the third edition of the Presidential Innovation Fair held in Harare recently, he urged stakeholders to collaborate for a vibrant innovation ecosystem.
It is my expectation that the education ecosystem and the private sector will deepen their collaboration to build a successful innovation ecosystem. This should remain anchored on sustainable mentorship programs, co-funding arrangements, and support for award-winning prototypes into viable startups, industries, and service exports. Our country must expand such models so that our graduates leave our institutions not only with knowledge, but with market-ready products and the viable business units. Going forward, and as we journey towards an innovation-led and a knowledge-based economy, it is important that the Ministry of Higher and Tertiary Education, Innovation, Science and Technology Development relooks at all innovations to channel them for commercialization in a systematic manner.
Government is fully behind innovators, hence President Mnangagwa's pledge to support them.
Once again, I assure all our innovators that they have the support of my government, our research institutions, and other private sector partners. As we modernize and industrialize our country, Zimbabwe, the path ahead will demand perseverance, partnerships, and commercial discipline. I urge you all to remain bold and audacious. Keep on experimenting, failing, and succeeding, commercializing, and building on the humble beginnings you make. Today I've witnessed, brick by brick, stone upon stone, what we can do as a people. That much on, and much on.
The rampant use of artificial intelligence must be embraced as a rallying call for increased investment in new technologies to accelerate transformation as the nation journeys towards Vision 2030.
I challenge our education sector to build on the efforts of the Second Republic under my leadership. These have seen our institutions being resourced in terms of human capital, infrastructure, material, and equipment to drive this new thrust. Educators at every level should be innovative and intentionally adapt to the new knowledge and skills associated with cutting-edge science and technological developments. Further, institutions of higher learning, including those privately owned, must scale up their role in the transfer of knowledge and skills to the productive sectors. Avenues such as technology development, adaptation and transfer, business support, consultancy, and continuous education for industry and stakeholders should be keenly pursued as we retool, upgrade, and upskill the national workforce of our motherland, Zimbabwe.
Innovations have been impactful within communities in agriculture, waste management, and green energy, among other sectors of the economy. Bruce Chawanda, SABC News, Harare.
The modernized Beit Bridge border post has improved significantly of both people and traffic, reducing the waiting time from days to hours. Now, the port of entry has come under test as the volume of people and traffic has surged this festive season. Let's get the details.
The modernized Beit Bridge border is providing faster passage for Zimbabweans staying and working in South Africa as the festive season approaches.
Very efficient, nice, fast. Even if the system's down, officers are helpful, officers have made a plan, they've done it manual, they've logged us into the system.
Zvinhu quicker, especially my TIP. You fill in your information digitally, and then one goes straight up our account, pull out all the information.
I'm happy with that service. I'm very proud in Beit Bridge.
Tinotenda nezviri kuitwa basa rikubatwa nevakuru venyika.
Kusvika kwataita panapa hakuna kana 1 hour tasvika. And then zvese zvatachida kuita zvatopera in 10 minutes tandatopedzera kudhara.
Government highlighted the importance of the project in improving service delivery.
Now after the modernization, the separation of traffic has helped a lot. We have the flexibility, like if on this side if volumes increase beyond the capacity of the pedestrian, this is the pedestrian terminal, we can move traffic to another terminal, to bus terminal.
If you compare previously, when we had the old border post, during this period, like the period from last week, from 8 December to yesterday, 12 December, you'd find we'll clear on average entry and exit about 8,000 people. But this time around, we are clearing 17,000 people, entry and exit.
The modernization of Beit Bridge border post is one of the key government milestones as it can now process more vehicles daily, supporting greater regional trade volumes. Aifeli Mudau, ZBC News, Beit Bridge.
The National Development Strategy 2, NDS2, continues to receive buy-in from the private sector, providing impetus to implement the economic blueprint so as to achieve Vision 2030.
The 10-pillar comprehensive policy blueprint, which will guide the nation for the next 5 years towards becoming an upper-middle-income society, was cited as inclusive and insightful in driving Zimbabwe's economic development agenda at the African Leadership Institute 11th graduation ceremony held in Harare this Friday. Chancellor of the institution, Professor Emeritus Tapera Mazodza, noted that the NDS2, which was launched by President Emmerson Mnangagwa, can become the hallmark of curriculum development and deepen national research development capacity.
We have championed programs that are aligned to the country's local needs. We have deliberately oriented our programs to align with the needs of government, particularly the Vision 2030. The goals are related to National Development Strategy 1 and National Development Strategy 2, which has just been launched. And we are very cognizant of the requirements of Education 5.0, where our education just needs to be practical.
The African Leadership Institute is attracting prominent people, including senior government officials, in Zimbabwe's ambassador to Mozambique, Victor Matemadanda, who was conferred with a PhD in Strategic Management in Business Leadership, and the Minister of National Housing and Social Amenities, Honorable J. Musoda, who graduated with a doctorate in Business Administration.
My research topic dealt with the NDS 1 and NDS 2, but looking at natural resources management, a strategy of that as a catalyst for economic development.
I studied on the impact of private sector participation in electricity generation for the purposes of enhancing mineral value addition. And the topic aligns with our aspirations as we speak of value addition in the country.
Member of the National Assembly Victor Mutokoni and Sito Farare Director Housing Admo Nekairo graduated with a doctorate in Business Administration and vowed to drive the discourse of the National Development Strategy too.
It's very important to critically understand issues. As we debate, we need to debate with the objective of a solution. We need to bring a prescription to a problem. It should not just be debating.
My thesis basically was zeroing in on digital transformation system, embracing digital transformation system for effective management control to enhance growth and sustainability in SMEs.
Brigadier General Jones Sasata Maroza also graduated with a master's degree in strategic management and leadership. The African Leadership Institute is registered with the Zimbabwe Council for Higher Education and facilitates professional programs offered by the Chartered Institute of Management and Leadership and programs offered by the University of California. Owen Mandova, ZBC News, Harare.
The First Lady, Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa, has treated vulnerable children from various children's homes dotted around the country to an early cheer treat as she hosted a Christmas party in Bulawayo today. Lisa Masuku reports.
Children from various homes across the country got to feel the warmth of the mother of the nation at the First Lady's Children's Party through the festivities they were treated to. Children from children's homes, including Dr. Auxilia Mnangagwa Children's Home, SOS Children's Village, Queen Elizabeth Etembiso, and Percy Upperstone Children's Homes, among others, who converged for the First Lady's Christmas party, were in awe of Mother Zimbabwe's care and love as she extended her motherly affection to the motherless and disadvantaged.
Amai, you have added a priceless value into my life. For such a kind of love, I will thank you deeply from the bottom of my heart. I promise to uphold my duties as prefect to get the lessons I have learned with pride and to always strive to make this family proud. God bless you, Amai.
The children from different homes and those with disabilities put up electrifying dance music and poetry performances.
A destroyer of our dreams. No, Siana. Yes, Singapore. Say no to drugs.
Mother Zimbabwe's maternal dedication to national service through initiatives that put smiles on the faces of vulnerable children was described as crucial in ensuring every child is protected and uplifted.
Your journey to Bulawayo today sends a clear and resolute message. No child is invisible, and no act of love is too small. We are deeply grateful for your hands-on maternal approach to national service.
Allow me first and foremost to express my deepest gratitude to Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Dr. Cecilia Mnangagwa, for her mother love and unwavering compassion and visionary leadership in championing the welfare and protection of children.
In her remarks presented by the Minister of Public Service and Social Welfare, Honorable Edgar Moyo, the First Lady says, as the mother of the nation, she remains committed to empowering and ensuring the dignity of every child is respected.
As a mother to the nation, I hold a deep passion for the care, protection and empowerment of our children, especially those from vulnerable backgrounds. Every child, regardless of their circumstances, deserves love, dignity, and the opportunity to grow and thrive. To our dear children, today is your day. Enjoy the music, the food, the gifts, and the joy of the season. Let this day remind you that you are special. Dream big and always remember that your future is bright.
The First Lady's Christmas party, a key part of Mother Zimbabwe's drive to interface with vulnerable children while extending her motherly embrace, demonstrates her love and generosity. Lisa Corrida, ZBC News, Bulawayo.
Now, the government has reaffirmed its commitment to developing the Zimbabwe Prisons and Correctional Service by adopting international best practices and prioritizing the continuous professional development of its officers.
Speaking on the sidelines of a graduation ceremony of the Zimbabwe Prisons and Correctional Service Senior Management Development course held in Harare this Friday, the Minister of Justice, Legal and Parliamentary Affairs, Honorable Ziyambi Ziyambi, said investing in the skills and the knowledge of officers is key to driving meaningful transformation within the service.
We are in the process of transforming our prisons and correctional services so that we bring in best practices from other countries and also from the knowledge that they gain from the courses that they've been offered here. So as we go through the journey of transforming our prisons and correctional services, we value the continuous professional development of our senior officers, because these are the officers that will lead the way as we transform our prison services.
Graduates, including participants from allied nations, expressed gratitude for the training opportunity and pledged to use the knowledge gained to support development efforts in their respective countries.
The organization is on a transformative agenda, and for us to fit, management has seen it fit and desirable to enhance our capacity by training us.
We have been exposed to a number of programs or courses or modules while we have been here for the past 6 months, in particular in relation to the management and operations of correctional services.
We have been equipped and we are going to improve on our running of the duties of our day-to-day, as well. We want to acknowledge the incoming of the parole. We all believe in second chance.
The graduation ceremony comes after Zimbabwe successfully hosted a 4-day parole conference in Harare last week, an important step in the country's ongoing correctional reforms.
The Zimbabwe National Liberation War Collaborators Association has reaffirmed its support for ZANU-PF's Resolution Number 1, which calls for the extension of President Emmerson Mnangagwa's leadership beyond 2028.
Addressing war collaborators in Harare this Friday, Ziliwako National Chairperson Comrade Pupurai Togarepi reaffirmed their loyalty to the ZANU-PF party, saying they are the vanguard of the party and the guardians of the liberation legacy.
Sema war collaborators takagara pasi after kwaitwa resolution kubulawayo asisi kuti ma-structures zveparty kureva kuti taiva part of the resolution making process. Tikabvumirana kuti 2030 vaMnangagwa vanenge vari chitonga iposition yatakatotora semawo collaborators. Saka tinoda kuiamplifya, kuisumudzira program iyoyo by going to all provinces. Tatanga neHarare, tichaenda kuManicaland, tichaenda kumaprovince ose ari 10. Kunoti kuvanhu vedu atinoti ndo mawo collaborators. Ndiyo position yatakatora isu seZiliwako kuti tinodefenda nokusapota kuti president vave pachigaro. Hazvinei nokuti ivo vanoda here, hazvinei nokuti kune vamwe vanodawo here, asi isu tinoti vaMunangagwa, tisu tinodaro.
The ZANU-PF Harare provincial leadership commended the war collaborators for their steadfast support, revealing what is in store for them.
President vakauya muno vakatisira mvura, marodzi tikwaona ari kutogadzirwa. Tinoda kuti titende president vedu vaMunangagwa. Vakamira neZiliwako kubva ichifomwa.
Pakaparurwa chirongwa chemukando zvine mutsindo. Kuti kuwing yoga, main wing, women's league, youth league, war veterans league, vane mari yemukando yakanzi na president kuna Comrade Tagwirei inda undogadziridza nyaya yemukando muHarare. Comrade Tagwirei inhume yapresident, saka mahampa ari kuuya, mikando iri kuuya, zviri kubva kuna president.
The meeting was also attended by Ziliwako leaders from all the country's provinces. Peter Chivima, ZBC News, Harare.
The nationwide afforestation initiative continues, with local communities and youth supporting the country's ambitious tree planting campaign that not only seeks to combat climate change but also cultivate a legacy of ecological responsibility for generations to come.
This used to be a thick forest that was home to many habitats. Over the course of the years, due to deforestation and land degradation, it has been left bare. We are here in Nyabaza area where the community has taken it upon themselves to restore the forest through afforestation and tree planting of some of the indigenous trees that they have also realized are important not only to their health but to nature as well.
Muti ikashaika munzvimbo hatifemi zvakanaka, mvura hainai. Miti inokudyara kwete kungotema chete. Ungadyara miti unonga uchengeta rako upenyu wako. In
restoring the soil, we're not only protecting our environment, but we're also protecting our generation of tomorrow.
This is an initiative that we want to push as youth because we believe that Lake Girero is life.
The government and development partners have also come on board to support this local initiative that will see a target of 150 trees being planted this month.
The key species that we are planting is muti unonzi mubve, in Latin is Kigeria africana. That tree is very important because it has some medicinal properties.
The youths have taken it upon themselves to restore the degraded land so that we restore the habitat, we reduce the soil erosion, and we also are mitigating the impacts of climate change.
One tree plant today is a positive step towards 1 million trees to be planted per year. Memory Chamisa, ZBC News, Harare.
Still on environmental issues, as the world transitions from fossil fuels to renewable energy sources, government remains committed to working with Parliament and development partners to unlock climate finance, strengthen policy frameworks, and position Zimbabwe as a regional leader in renewable energy and green investment.
The Ministry of Environment, Climate and Wildlife this Friday launched the Parliamentarians for Climate Finance Project and Green Investment Dialogue, with focus on strengthening Zimbabwe's capacity to mobilize climate finance and accelerate the transition to renewable energy.
The global direction is one where we need to transition from fossil fuels to clean alternatives. But as legislators, we have critical roles that we play. We represent constituencies. We legislate,
we also pass the budget. So in terms of our representation, we need to carry the voices of the people that we represent.
As we are engaging in this conversation on green energy zones, I think it assists our parliamentarians who are the voices of the voiceless in terms of making sure that the climate change bill, as it gets finalized, is also speaking highly to the need for the economy to transition towards renewable energy.
Climate Parliament Director for East and Southern Africa, Mr. G.T. Soni, highlighted opportunities for community green energy zones, which will enhance rural energy access and support inclusive economic development.
We can use the energy available, like from solar, wind, but also from geothermal, all renewable energy areas where we can get energy, and how we can use them for productive use. The main idea here is for productive use.
The dialogue convened in collaboration with the Climate Parliament, United Nations Industrial Development Organization UNIDO, the Green Climate Fund and the Parliament of Zimbabwe sets the precedence in advancing the development of green energy zones, innovative hubs designed to attract investment, promote clean technologies and support national energy security. Memory Chamisa, ZBC News, Harare.
Agricultural extension officers have expressed support for the ruling party's developmental vision after forming Madumeni Abalimisi for agricultural transformation in order to enhance mobilization and economic growth.
More technocrats are coming on board to support President Emmerson Mnangagwa's developmental vision, with the latest being agriculture extension officers who launched Madumeni Abalimisi for agricultural transformation in Mazoe this Saturday. Madumeni Abalimisi for agricultural transformation national chairperson, Comrade Peter Nyeredzi, highlighted the new ZANU-PF affiliate is ready to work hand in hand with the ruling party to advance all national programs that uplift citizens.
Nyika yese yakamirirwa nevana venyu Madumeni ari kuti isu tauya kuti tizozadzisa zvido zvavamunangagwa. This is a momentous occasion where we are officially launching our national program of the economic empowerment, mobilization and community upliftment.
ZANU-PF Commissariat Director Comrade Kizito Kuchekwa, who was representing National Political Commissar Comrade Munyaradzi Machacha, expressed optimism the extension officers will use their far-reaching grassroots reach to mobilize support for the ruling party.
We want to organize party kuti win an election anywhere, anytime. And I'm happy kuti you guys matoprova panapa kuti you are going to be very effective foot soldiers for us. I know muriko kumaward, muriko kuma administrative districts edu ese. Saka tinoda kuti tizvitende izvozvo.
Extension officers drawn from across the country pledged to support the developmental vision of President Emmerson Mnangagwa.
Tachiparura nekuda kwekuti tisu tine munhu wese paground. Saka tanyatsoparura kuti tizivikanwe kuti tine vanhu uye tiri vana vemusangano.
Tiri kuti food security everywhere every day. Mukatarisa Madumeni izvozvi tine chirongwa chekuti tadzokera kuma areas kwedu takutolauncha at provincial level.
Tiri kufara chaizvo tiri pano paMazoe kuti aiwa tagamuchirwa nemusangano weZANU-PF. Saka tiri kufara uye tiri kutenda president wedu vaMnangagwa kuti vatigamuchira kumusangano.
Chinangwa chedu cheMadumeni ndechekuvandudza budiriro yevanhu mumaprazi mumaruva matinenge tiri tichitsigirana nechiono chemutungamiri wenyika chevision 2030.
Since inception of the affiliation program, over 200 affiliates applied to work hand in glove with the ruling party in order to support development and voter mobilization. Tapiwa Machemedze, ZBC News, Mazoe.
Well, more news is available on our website, that is www.zbcnews.co.zw. You can also follow us on our various social media platforms, as from Facebook, YouTube, X, as well as our WhatsApp channel. We are ZBC News Online.
And our stories ahead in this bulletin. Sungura music icon Madzibaba Nicholas Zakaria laid to rest. Team Zimbabwe bags 10 medals at the ongoing African Youth Games. That and more in sport. And now, just for interest's sake, Yvonne, for our viewers who are streaming live on our Facebook page, ZBC News Online, do tell us what EPL team you support. Nobles team won today, 2-0
Chelsea.
against Everton. Yes, Chelsea. Do tell us, what's your team, Yvonne?
What team do I support?
Well, definitely Liverpool with that.
Really?
win. We'll be back shortly after these messages. Don't go away.
Really?
The Deputy Minister, Honorable Dr. Engineer Caleb Makwiranzo, together with the Permanent Secretary, Mr. Pungwa Kunaka, the Chief Directors, and the entire staff of the Ministry of Mines and Mining Development, extend their sincere congratulations to Honorable Dr. Engineer Polite Kambamura on his appointment as Minister of Mines and Mining Development. We look forward to working under your leadership as we drive the transformation of Zimbabwe into a leading global mineral extraction and beneficiation hub as we push towards the national vision of attaining an upper middle income economy by 2030.
You're still watching News at 8. Thank you for staying with us. Zimbabwe is on course to achieve Vision 2030 targets with major gains recorded in agriculture, tourism, ICT, and economic reforms. Milestones highlighted at the Zimbabwe Community Trailblazers Awards in Harare on Friday night.
Against the backdrop of national advancement, the Zimbabwe Community Trailblazers Awards showcased individuals and organizations making a tangible difference in their communities, with ZBC among the night's standout achievers. It was a night of recognition and celebration, with recipients from various sectors saying the honors give them renewed motivation to work even harder for their communities and sectors.
As a station, we have taken radio to the people. You see us time and again. We are in the rural communities, empowering people with knowledge and entertainment, and that is very, very important.
It gives me great pleasure to be making a change in the community that I come from, or in Zimbabwe as a whole.
Chinhu chinowamuchilika kwazvo, chinhu chinohanisa, takalinga kakale malanguages edu kuti anomilika atiwaleveleka chikalanga chizofanira kuti chife.
This is a motivation for me to do better and better and more in the days to come.
Kusumudzirwa ikoko kwatoita kuti ini ndinzwe kuvara kuti kana gore ramangwana ndichamhanya nemasimba mumabasa angu ose andinoita emaoko ekunamata kubatsira nharaunda.
In a speech read on his behalf, the Minister of Information, Publicity and Broadcasting Services, Dr. Jenfan Muswere, said the country's development momentum reflects the impact of coordinated national efforts and strong community participation, pointing to ongoing progress in key sectors as evidence that Zimbabwe is steadily moving towards a modern, prosperous and industrialized future under Vision 2030.
In the agricultural sector, we have implemented a number of initiatives aimed at increasing production and improving food security. Our efforts have yielded significant results, with the country recording a bumper harvest in the 2022-2023 season. In the tourism sector, we have implemented a number of initiatives aimed at promoting Zimbabwe as a premier tourist destination. These achievements, ladies and gentlemen, are a testament to the power of community and the impact that we can have when we work together.
ZBC Chief Executive Officer Mr. Sugar Chagonda was recognized as a distinguished communications leader, while Colette Musanyera and Fungai Jachi received awards for excellence in television news. Radio Zimbabwe station manager Sifelani Shkwape walked away with the Outstanding Broadcasting Station Manager Award, and presenter Soniani Sebanda was honored for a contribution to indigenous languages journalism. Patience Nyagato, SABC News, Harare.
From Harare, we cross over live to our Montreux studios where Marilyn Gwenya is on standby to take us on. Marilyn Gwenya, it is a beautiful evening and it's now over to you.
Good evening and many thanks to you, Leanne. Now, following report, Matabeleland North rolled out its festive campaign season on road safety this Friday in the mining town of Hwange.
With activity on roads and social circles bound to increase around this time of the year, many people have been caught dealing with consequences of overindulgence. This year's message being given to the public centers on safe travel, zero drug and substance abuse, self-restraint even in conflicts, and many other undesirables.
Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe. Remember, safety first, there is no second chance. And always remember, the secret is be seen.
ZRP Officer Commanding Matabeleland North Commissioner Jelas Nyabasa led different stakeholders in educating road users on the need to adhere to regulations and preserve lives.
This festive season is now upon us all, and as you know, festivities are associated with a lot of movements. Therefore, an increase in both vehicular and human traffic on our road should be anticipated. Criminal activities such as theft from motor vehicles, theft of motor vehicles, unlawful entry, and theft, rape, domestic violence, murder, robbery, and drug abuse will increase. Road traffic accidents due to human and mechanical faults cannot be overruled. Would like to encourage you to be on high alert because of several mishaps associated with this season.
The province, which is Zimbabwe's tourism hub, records high traffic in the festive season due to its social and commercial significance. Mhlomuli Ncube, ZBC News, Hwange.
Churches have been called upon to play a leading role in raising awareness on the dangers of drug and substance abuse and other social vices by instilling sound values among young people.
Thousands of youths drawn from the Zion Christian Church gathered at Mbungo Estates for a week-long youth conference where they participated in various activities, including skills training, sports, awareness campaigns, and church sermons. The conference culminated this Saturday with a walkathon against drug and substance abuse, as well as an awards presentation gala, with many youths describing the initiative as a life-changing experience.
Muranda wamwari vanongosimbisa shoko re-entrepreneurship vachiti munhu kuti unzi munhu unofana kunge uine something certain skill.
Mari chaicho tadzidziswa kuti tinofana kuti tishande, tinofana kuti titeerere vabereki vedu, tinofana kuti tizvininipise, tizive kuti ari mberi kwedu akatumwa naMwari.
Paconference yedu iyi tatine maelders akawanda aitidzidzisa, takadzidza zvinhu zvakawanda zvinosanganisira kuti say no to drug abuse, tikadzidziswa mafambiro edu echizion.
Zion Christian Church leader Bishop Nehemiah Mtendi, who was represented by Mr. Sanctions Mtendi, said it is the responsibility of the church to mold a disciplined, hard-working and drug-free generation.
Isu kana tiri vafundisi, kana tiri vadzidzisi, the best teaching is by example. Vana baba ngative ine nguva nevana kudzimba, ngatiratidzei hunhu nokuti chero zvawangoita pawangotsika ndo panotsika nemwana.
Guest of honor at the event, Director for Provincial Coordination in the Office of the President and Cabinet, Masvingo Province, Ms. Rosemary Chingwe, urged churches to complement government efforts in nurturing responsible and productive youths.
Iko zvino tine nyaya drug and substance abuse. Kana vana vakashaya zvekuita vanopedzisira vamunhau zvinodhaka. But izvozvi pavanoungana vachiita mitambo yavo pavanogadzirira zvinotora most of their time zvokuti vanobva vakanganwa naizvozvo and havazongoungani chete asi kuti pavanoungana ipapo vanowanirwa mukana wokudzidziswa maringe neupenyu hwedu.
In response to growing threat of drug and substance abuse, particularly among youths, government continues to work with various stakeholders, including churches, to keep this cage, with plans underway to establish rehabilitation centers across the country. Ms. Martina, ZBC News, Masvingo.
The ZANU-PF National Women's League is empowering rural women in the production of locally made wooden products as a solution to the rampant importation of such products.
The skills training program held at Chitekete Business Center in Kabuyuni constituency under Gokwe North District in the Midlands province this Friday saw women expressing keen interest in self-sustenance projects.
Isu semadzimai echidiki tinotenda chirongwa chauya naseneta vedu vachiuya kuzotidzidzisa maprojekti pano pachitekete. Maprojekti atichange tichiita achazorwa zvinhu zvinotozotibudiririsa muno munzvimbo medu.
Sesu machirikadzi vana kuchikoro takubhadharawo maschool fees tosogona kubhadharawo maschool fees tokwanisa kuraramawo zvakanaka semadzimai.
Kuvandudziwa kwatiri kuita kuti upenyu hwedu ticharamba tichihubika huchiinda mberi tichibvisa nhamo matambudziko mukati matiri.
For the community leadership, the program will tremendously uplift the women.
Ukaempower mudzimai waempower the whole family and chero nyika inobudirira nenyaya yekuti mai kana vaempawiwa vanogona kuchengeta vana vanogona kuchengeta musha zvakare.
ZANU-PF Women's League national trainer Mr. Wexon Chadambuka spoke on the skills capacitation, while ZANU-PF Women's League political commissar Comrade May Bimbowa emphasized the government's empowerment thrust.
Tanga tichionesa madzimai neprogramu yekuchengetwa kwenyuchi zvakanyanyisa, saka totraisa kuti tinofana kuempower madzimai anosvika almost 2,000 to 3,000.
Donzvo redu semadzimai rakanangana nevision 2030 yapresident. Tiri kuda kuti isusu tibatsire president kuita empower so that he reach his intention yekuti mudzimai wese ange ave pakati nepakati middle income economy. So tiri kufamba tichitraina. Ukatarisa nhasi tabata nyaya yebeekeeping. Why? Because Kabuyuni ine masango. Mune masango muno mataona mana simchembo muna masango. Saka tatageta madzimai kuno kutadzise zvebeekeeping kunyanya netree planting kuti varambe vakachengetedza masango. Asi iri michero yavachadya, iri michero yavachatengesa ichavararamisa.
The National Skills Training Program includes piggery, chickens, nest aid and driving, among others. Government has intensified women empowerment programs through the Presidential Women Empowerment Fund, targeting previously marginalized communities in its inclusive development approach. Tafadz Gwachigudere, ZBC News, Gokwe.
And that report takes us back to Pocket Soul Studios in Harare, where Leanne is on a standby. Leanne, it's back to you.
Many thanks, Marilyn. It's always a pleasure seeing you there on the other side of the screen. Taking up now from the capital. Faith-based institutions in Zimbabwe continue to solidify their status as key national drivers in development, blending spiritual guidance with the programs that address pressing social and economic needs. The church's historic role in shaping communities is evolving, reinforcing its influence in promoting stability, cohesion, and sustainable growth. The details.
Across Zimbabwe, churches are increasingly recognized as centers of social transformation. Beyond spiritual guidance, they are providing education, promoting ethical leadership, and delivering critical social services, while also preparing leaders to respond to modern societal challenges, substance abuse, and community disintegration.
The best way for us to strengthen
people spiritually and academically is to continue impacting their lives, especially for them to be prayerful, for them to continue studying the Word of God, despite the challenges they might have.
Churches are also forging strategic partnerships with government and civil society, contributing to policy discussions, community empowerment initiatives and programs that strengthen social cohesion.
Vafundisi vave vanhu vane rudo uye vave ma-prayer warriors kunamatira vasingasarudzi vachikwanisa kubatanidza vanhu mukati menyika yedu.
From education and mentorship to policy influence and community programs, churches are consolidating their role as indispensable partners in Zimbabwe's development agenda, adapting to changing social and economic realities.
On that note, we take a short break and we'll be back with business. To stay with us.
Life is a precious gift, more precious than silver and gold. Parties and alcohol, with road traffic accidents happening every 15 minutes and at least one person dying every 4 hours in Zimbabwe every day. More die over weekends and public holidays. Take heed. Remember your loved ones. Don't drink and drive this festive season. This message is brought to you by the Traffic Safety Council of Zimbabwe.
Welcome back. Now in business, Zimbabwe's productive industries, manufacturing, mining and agriculture are poised for accelerated growth, driven by local industrial players' recapitalization and diversification thrust for 2026, a move aligned with the implementation of the National Development Strategy 2. The strategy places strong emphasis on the provision of critical equipment and scaled-up mechanization aimed at boosting productivity, competitiveness and resilience across all key sectors of the economy. These plans were outlined by Zimplow Group Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Willem Swan, during the company's extraordinary general meeting, as the firm positions itself as a one-stop industrial solutions provider central to the country's development matrix.
Obviously, the strategy for 2026 is a reinforcement of what we started off in 2025 to move towards a one-stop shop, to make sure that we have adequate equipment on the ground at really good pricing. The strategy is still cost control, but to also ensure that we are adequately represented within the geographical areas that our customers come from. The stability in terms of the national blueprint is something that we really appreciate. There has been a certain amount of stability, specifically from sort of Q2 25, and we see that going through 26 and possibly into 2027, which feeds positive information into our markets. We've taken steps to pivot away, or I would say not totally away, but into the mining sphere. So the proposed acquisition of JCB in terms of earth moving, and then the capacitation of the Millibrand factory to be able to move into the mining repairs sector has done a lot for us. And then obviously access to capital.
From business news, we move to the arts, where a somber yet celebratory atmosphere marked the send-off of Sungura music icon Madzibaba Nicholas Zakaria, as thousands gathered at Chibuku Stadium to bid farewell to a man whose music shaped generations.
Chibuku Stadium in Chitungwiza played host to a tribute ceremony where family, friends, and artists from around the country gathered to pay their last respect to a legendary musician, Nicholas Zakaria. Huge crowds thronged the stadium to bid farewell to their hero, Sungura star Nicholas Zakaria, who entertained the nation for over 4 decades. Fans took to the dance floor, showing how deeply his music resonated with them, and his song Tamba stays on the hearts of many, a legacy that will stay forever.
Pama songs avo avakaimba ndaifarira pang'ono pang'ono natsamba.
Madzibaba ngiyamthanda kakhulu okokuthi vele vini zingakhali ingoma zakhe ngiyakhipha inyembezi.
Ndakavaziva ubva ndichiri mudiki vachirizwa zvakanyanya ndaivafarira.
His band, the Kiyama Boys, also paid tribute the only way they knew how, through song and dance that once filled these stages. The event provided an opportunity for industry players, music stakeholders, and fans to deliver tribute messages.
Baba Nicholas Mukomongu.
Vaigara vari munharaunda pese vanozviziva manetclubs kwese kwavaenda vaitogara vasvika kana 3 hours before time yavo kutanga basa. Zvinova zvinhu zvatinoyemura zvavatisira mudhara. Mumwe wedu aenda kwasarira isu zvakasara ngatichiitaiwo mabasa akanaka kuti kana uchinge waenda vanhu vanozokuunganira semaunganiro aitwa madzibaba.
Madzibaba Nicholas Zakaria ndinotivatisira ronda rakakurisa netikatarisa musical journey yavo yavakafamba.
Our music industry is going to be poorer without him. Tine urombo.
Government officials also paid their last respect to the senior lecturer.
Kutora mukana uno ndaona cinema artist auya pano kuti ngatitorei dzidziso iyoyo yatakapiwa yatiri kusiyirwa namadzibaba kuti unogona kuita mbiri kuburikidza nekuimba usingatore zvinodhaka.
He was a father, he was a counselor, he was indeed a senior lecturer. And senior lecturer in the academic world means kuti munhu ave pamusoro panyaya dzekufundisa panyaya dzeresearch. So was Nicholas Zakaria.
Nicholas Zakaria will be remembered for his timeless music and the powerful messages he left behind. The legendary musician Nicholas Zakaria, also known as the senior lecturer, will be laid to rest in Chiweshe this Sunday. Patience Nyakatu, SABC News, Chitungwisa.
Well, indeed, his legacy lives forever. Madzibaba Nicholas Zakaria set to be buried tomorrow. News at 8 takes a break, and we'll be back with more. To stay with us.
This is AFCON, my friend. Everything is the competition. Everything.
So here they come for the opening game, and away we are here at the African Cup of Nations.
Join our family meeting from the 21st of December to the 18th of January. Purchase a decoder for $30. AFCON 2025, live on SuperSport.
Welcome back. And now in sports news, Team Zimbabwe continues to do well at the African Youth Games after a cyclist, Rohan Nicholson, bagged a silver medal in Luanda, Angola this Saturday to take the country's medal tally to 10.
Cyclist Ronan Nicholson led the charge, securing a silver medal in the individual time trial with a stunning finish time of 17 minutes 20 seconds 45 milliseconds, just 7 seconds behind the winner. In the pool, Alexis Johnson swam her way to a second bronze medal in the girls 200-meter freestyle, while Tara Williams stormed to third place in the 100-meter hurdles. Golf sensation Miriam Masia continues the impressive stroke play, extending her lead by 11 shots in the girls' 54-hole stroke play event and setting herself up for a thrilling final round this Sunday. In the boys category, Zimbabwe now sits in a podium position, trailing Namibia by just 3 shots heading into the final round. The African Youth Games serves as a qualifier for the 2026 Dakar Youth Olympic Games, making these performances all the more crucial. Meanwhile, the official opening ceremony takes place this evening and the action is far from over. Anna Shemurombedzi, ZBC News, Luanda.
The curtain came down on the 2-week-long International Tennis Federation Junior Tournament with Zimbabwe budding tennis players Siphiwe Malunguza and Ronan Mtisi claiming share in the doubles section of the tournament.
It was double delight for budding Zimbabwean pair of Siphiwe Malunguza and Ronan Mtisi, who asserted their dominance in the double section of the ITF tournament. Mtisi and Malunguza won installments of the J30 and J60 junior tournaments. After the triumph, Malunguza believes the tournament brought in a lot of competition.
A good feeling that me and my partner managed to take both weeks, coming from not knowing each other at all to gaining teamwork which allowed us to win both weeks. It was an amazing feeling. I really had a good time playing with her, and we conquered all the difficulties that came our way in the tournament and pulled through.
It was an all-foreigners affair, with South Africa's Brink Daniel winning in the boys section and United States of America Sydney Wright winning in the girls section. Zimbabwean Kudzai Chapepa also won in the first leg of the singles tournament.
Brilliant tournament. Played well, had a couple tight matches, long matches. I'm a bit tired now, but yeah, it's nice that it's the end of the year.
Hi, my name is Sydney Wright. I'm 15. I'm coming from the U.S., Maryland. This tournament was important to win because it just proves that my hard work was paying off. In the past year, I was injured for about 7 months, and it's just an achievement that I'm really grateful for.
International Tennis Federation tournament is gaining momentum.
The tournament has gone well so far. Today was the final day. We've had a great 2 weeks of tennis from the first leg to the second leg now. We had quite a good turnout. We had about 16 countries that visited us for this time. And in the finals today, unfortunately we didn't have any Zimbabweans in the finals, but we had in South Africa and Czech Republic in the boys' final, and South Africa won that one.
ITF tournaments are a platform where budding tennis players target improving their rankings, and Tennis Zimbabwe has been consistent, giving budding tennis players from both Harare and Bulawayo an opportunity to compete. Mtokozi Stuli, ZBC News, Bulawayo.
The second edition of the Mashonaland West Provincial Munomotapa Youth Games has kicked off in Karoi this Saturday, with participants describing the event as key in fostering youth participation in national governance issues.
The second edition of the Munomotapa Youth Games, currently underway in Karoi, has brought together young people from across the province in a colorful celebration of sport, unity and empowerment. ZANU-PF Youth League Mashonaland West Provincial Leadership, led by Chairperson Comrade Tapioma Senda, say the sporting event is a practical expression of the Second Republic policies that place youth inclusion, development and participation at the center of national growth.
Affiliate EP, Young Women for ED, Ama2K for ED, Mawindi for ED, Teachers for ED. I urge you all to be very disciplined. My friendly matches are ndezvemba medu anti.
Zvakanyanya kukosha nekuti hazvingovabatsira chete politically, zvinovabatsirawo futi mararamiro avanoita vabva kupolitics. Society.
The games have drawn teams in football, netball and athletics, with organizers confirming that winners will share a grand prize of $10,000 United States dollars.
Isusu sema youth Mashonaland West Province
tunzwa kufara chitungamirirwa na chairman wedu Tapiwa Masenda kuti maprojects ese ari kuitwa na president vedu Baba Mnangagwa hapana ari kukona zvese zviri kubudirira.
For the participating youths, the games go beyond trophies.
Drugs and substance abuse anokwanisa kuzotikanganisira to achieve the Vision 2030, which is our goal as students to work in hand with His Excellency E.D. Mnangagwa to achieve Vision 2030.
Turikuwana ma-stands, turikuwana minda, turikuwana ma-project zviri kutikurudzirawo zvekare kuti nyaya dzema-drugs dzakuita dziita shoma.
Meanwhile, the first edition of the provincial Munumutapa Youth Games were held in Chegutu last year. Chamuka Charakupa, ZBC News, Karoi.
Now, women baseball is on a steady rise in the country, with the Zimbabwe Baseball Association staging fixtures to expose the team to global competition.
Zimbabwe and South Africa ladies baseball teams are involved in a 3-day African Women Baseball Championships, which guarantees the winner of the 3-day contest the sole ticket to the 2026 Women Baseball World Cup. Zimbabwe so far lost 2 of the matches for the under-18s and seniors, and Zimbabwe Baseball Association Administrator Kuzone Ramadoda says focus is on growing the game by playing Africa's best playing baseball teams. Zimbabwe lost 16-9 in the under-18 ladies and fell 7-22 in the seniors. South Africa stands as the only African country ranked in women baseball globally and has been to the Baseball World Cup finals, hence Zimbabwe are hoping to tap on their standards to grow the game. No matter the outcome of the African Women Baseball Championships, at the end of the tournament, host Zimbabwe will officially become the second African nation to be ranked in women baseball, a major milestone testament to the strides in growing the sport. Mtokozi Stube, ZBC News.
Well, that's a wrap on the news at 8 from us here at Pocket Hill as well as Montrose, where Mary Ngwenya joined us. Yvonne?
Good night, Leanne, and good night.
Good night.